It's on the one hand worrying because the African National Congress, like any other political party, is a association of like-minded thinking people, either on the basis of political ideology to finding a connection with the core values. And ostensibly what happens in these institutions is that when there's a fallout around a leadership, competitive leadership tussle, that there will be disgruntled people. On the other hand, there might be issues around the regulatory framework as to how the political party in itself manages the competition in relation to the elections. So that's the one set of issues that needs to be resolved around that. The other set of issues is probably to look at what does it mean in terms of the Free State court case, and how does that play itself out in the Northwest. And what often happens is there's the issue of precedence of what a particular court has decided, and that could probably dangerously be one of those matters that dangerously on the part of the political party, where that becomes the measure as to how the judiciary gets roped into a political party system and a political party structure to resolve matters. I think the nature of a competitive election process for leadership within the ANC, the constitutional question of where people are able to call on the courts, and how that relates to the political system, and how the judiciary as a whole get involved in a political party system process, is a clear matter that needs to be discussed and reviewed by the different spheres of government over time. And I think the Dennis Davis court case also helps in a way to be able to help us understand where the courts has to play a role, where the courts has to stop playing a role, because we need to be cautious that we don't pull the courts into political processes and political decisions so that the courts become politicized. Notwithstanding, I think the matter on the two court cases will depend on, firstly, what is the standard of measure to determine whether the processes were irregular in relation to people attending the Mangaung conference. It also had to be the question of politics, because the matter is about political rationality, and as we know, political rationality is about the balance of forces. And the other thing is that the ANC is an organization that has continuously been growing and expanding. There are new people coming to the ANC as an organization, and as a result, it struggles with the whole question of how it modernizes itself, to be able to deal with an element of a free association of people joining the institution. On the other hand, to be able to play the modern party politics, and to be able to do a system of vetting as to who becomes members, what is the track record of those members, and for what reasons do people become members of the ANC as an institution. So I think the key thing here is that based on the Free State Court, based on the Free State matter, there has to be a review, and the ANC has to look at now how do we deal with this.